Hello everybody and welcome. This is James. Please like or subscribe my channel here. I bring you some quick stock updates, new ticker symbols, a little bit of information on the company, a quick review of their balance sheets, and we can kind of check out the health of these things, and I'll do your research for you. You can just chill out and watch. Might get some good ideas. There's a lot of gold out there. Definitely some good brain food. Today we're going to focus on Mullen Automotive. So one of the top volume higher gainers as of today. They're up a couple of cents one day, 9%. Mullen Automotive is an electric car. I don't know if you want to call them a manufacturer since they've never made anything. But they're an electric car company in California. They started out as a used car lot and decided to go public with an electric car program, which is kind of interesting. They have 121 employees. I would assume that includes the car lot's employees, you know, the salesman, the finance guy, the managers, stuff like that. Let's breeze through the charts real quick for Mullen Automotive. We'll go with a 5-year chart, down 95%. Ouch. Yikes. They got started and it's just been, since, I don't even tell you what 95% is. 1-year chart, down 77%. 6-month chart, down 63%. 1-month chart, down 33%. 5-day chart, down 12%. Today, up 9%. What do you think happened today? I think at this price, 23 cents. Some people in the short position are probably starting to jump out of this thing. You're probably going to see that a lot until this thing closes. And whoa, did I just let the cat out of the bag? Yeah, I think they're going to close. Sadly, they don't have any money. Let me show you. They're trying really hard to build electric cars. They've been at it for a while. Is their income statement? They have absolutely no sales. There's no blue line. They usually smoke through $30 to $60 million every single quarter. Let's go annual with this thing. 50 million, 40 million, 30 million for the year, 40 million for the year. Look what they just did in 2022. $739 million net loss. What you're seeing here is not just a net loss, it's also a new asset that they purchased. Apparently they bought 60% of a chassis company. They might just have the chassis to their electric car. This could be huge. This could mean that they could throw some batteries in it, a steering wheel, some fenders, radio, door panels. I don't know how much all this stuff costs, but apparently if the chassis part costs that much for 60% of the chassis part, yeah, I can imagine the rest of it's going to cost a lot too. So they're going to need some more money, but that's where they're at right there. Apparently they took in a bunch of investor money. This is what they did for it. They hung out for 3 years and they bought a chassis. That's where they're at today. On March 7th, they're going to reveal the chassis in a big party. Yeah, they don't have revenue. Balance sheet. You'll notice assets, liabilities, staying kind of in proportion where a new company might look like, and all of a sudden, look at these assets. This is their chassis right here. This is their ownership of 60% of a chassis company. It's probably a pretty healthy chassis company. I don't know how many they have or whether they got a few hundred of them. And total liabilities, they're in the black technically as a company now. $148 million liability. So they're about $150 million right side up. Can they use this to get some credit? Maybe they can get $150 million more, and that'll cover 25% of what they burned up last year. So I don't think they're going to go very far. They have a whopping $54 million in the bank. $54 million. They went through $739 million last year. Is that what it was? 2022. Yep, $739 million. They got $50 million left. If they're going to continue to pursue buying car parts, yeah, they're going to run out quick. That $50 million is going to be gone. Now, when we look at their ability to get more money, there's also one thing I wanted to add is the outstanding shares on this thing is a lot. We're talking 1.7 billion. I don't think they can dilute this thing any further. I don't think they can do any more stock offerings. They're going to chop the price down to 12 cents if they go double in. I don't know if people are faithful enough to stick around after that, but then they'll have to sell them all for 12 cents. Will that bring in a final product? I don't know. I guess we're going to see. I don't know. So there's really not going to be any more stock offerings, I don't think, at 1.7 billion. That's like one of the most I've ever seen. They can get a little bit of credit. I don't think they can do the stock offerings. They have $56 million, and they have a lot more of a car to build. One thing that I find notable is the zero revenue. Now, we all love Elon Musk, and some of us probably hate Elon Musk. If you like this company, you're probably used to like Elon Musk. He gets deposits on his cars. People are excited about his cars. People are leaving big deposits years in advance. There's so much excitement around this company. Where's your deposit? Shouldn't I see some blue here? Shouldn't these people be taking in deposits on cars if they're buying the chassis already and they're starting to snap them together? I don't know. Also to be noted, they, like I actually already said it, they have about 120 employees. I don't think that's enough to build cars. I don't think they have a place to build cars. I don't think any of this money spent went to real estate unless they're renting a warehouse that can build cars. I don't think this is going to be a Ford Motor Company assembly line or a Tesla or anything like that. If they're ever lucky to get to car number one, honestly, I'll be extremely surprised. But that's the story of Mullen Automotive. Are they going to get to car number one in this wizard of the world? Oh, one more thing. The owners of the company in this last year, they spent $700 million for the year. 600 of it was in the final quarter of the year. All in one quarter, $600 million they lost. $36 million of that loss, that was gone to the owners, the CEO, the CFO, the executives of the company. They took that as bonuses and shoved it in their pocket because of, good performance. They wanted to be proud of themselves, and they deserved a pat on the back. $36 million. That's how much they took, which is interesting. It's almost as much cash as they have. Is that a 5? Ooh. Oh, that's not the cash. Cash is down here. Yeah, they took, yeah, that's a 5. 54 million left. They stuck 36 in their pocket. So basically, they could have had 90 in there if they would have just left that alone. But they couldn't. They're struggling to throw the fenders on this car. They're struggling to buy some bumpers. They don't have any rear view mirror money. They shoved 36 million in their pocket. Yeah, to me, this has the hallmarks of we're done. We know we can't do it. Let's just shove as much money in our pockets as possible before we get out of here. I'm pretty sure they got some of our stimulus money, of our taxpayer money. I'd like to look more into that possibly. I got a feeling this is part of the American Rescue Plan, you know, to give a bunch of money to electric car makers. It's just going to be another Solyndra. This thing here is history. Took all that money and did nothing but doodle and draw for, let's see here, for 5 years. It took them until right about, say right around here, to give us a chassis. And they didn't make a chassis. They just went and bought a fraction of somebody else's chassis. So what were they doing all this time? What were they doing with hundreds of millions of dollars? Living large, probably, cruising around, selling stock options, making a lot. Gosh, all those years gone by. Well, let's make a chassis, they decided in 2022. Oh, no, let's not. This guy's got a chassis. We'll just buy his chassis. And then they're going to do a show to show it off. Try to get everybody excited one more time so they can dump the rest of what they have left. I'm sure the owners are lined up ready just to get out as fast as possible. I would short this one. Get out while you can. If you're a gambler, good luck to you. At 1.7 million shares at 23 cents. If there was a normal company where they had like 30 million shares, this would be times 60 approximately, which means it's a $40 stock. And that's like pricing this at $40 right now if it had 30 million outstanding shares. That's the equivalent. And they're getting ready to slam their doors shut. So that's how bloated it is at 23 cents, 24 cents. Absolutely has no business being here right now. It's almost like people out there really think they're going to finish car number one. They really believe in the owner. They believe he's going to go out there and get the money. As you can see by their balance sheet, or their income statement. Oh wait, no, that's sales. Here you go. They might be able to squeak a little bit of credit out here. They might be able to get another $100 million. Is that going to finish the car? No. Can you get more than that? Absolutely not. Is anyone going to toss? There's no more Joe Biden money coming. There's no more, nothing, absolutely nothing coming from the government. They have no hope there. That's the banks. They're not going to touch it, especially after they cap themselves out on their collateralized credit line that they're going to go get probably try to get. Can they issue more shares? God knows that they might just try. You never know. This might be hilarious. So let's just say they come up with another $600 million somehow. Can they finish the car and then sell the car and then make a bunch of them? Because it's one thing just to buy a chassis, but now you got to turn that into 500 or 1,000 chassis. Do they have 1,000 chassis? I don't think so. Do they have one? Probably. Yeah. So they're closing. They have to. They can't raise another 600 million. They can't raise another billion. I think they're well past that. They shouldn't have waited this long to come up with a chassis. Well, what were they doing? Drawing pictures? I'd really like to know what they were doing. If I could follow them around for 5 years and just soak it all in, that would be really neat. Read some of the articles about this. What the ownership did with taking the $36 million was really shocking. People are really upset. But this is Mullen Automotive. Stay away from this one. Check the short squeeze position. It's really hot on Reddit right now. This might be one of their darlings in the future. So if there's a lot of shorts in there that you know are getting out, You might want to just put a stop limit around 40-45 cents, knowing that they're going to be getting out, because there's going to be some spikes going down when they send everyone home. I don't know when that's going to be. It could be in the next couple of months. It could be next year, but I don't think they're ever going to get to car number one. These people just aren't fast enough. It took them 4 years doodling. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I wanted to update this one. I learned a few things, and I wanted to come back and do a few corrections. But anyways, I'm James. Have a great night. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Good night.